Good morning, Year 4. Here's Friday's maths lesson. Pause the clip and write today's short date and learning objective. To compare area. Please make sure you're writing this neatly in your maths book, ready to do your work underneath. I hope the little animal picture makes you smile. Press play when you're ready to start your learning. Right, let's make a start. Our starter activity today is all about a half-price sale. Can you read it with me? There is a half-price sale on these items. How much will they cost now? So the original price of the jumper was 48, the trainers were 64, and the hoodie was 56. Now when you're halving a number, if you're not sure how to do that brain only, you can do it by partitioning it to make it easier, using the part-whole model. So I'm going to start off with the jumper. It was 48, and I'm going to partition this number into tens and ones. How many tens are there in 48? That's right, there's 4 tens and 8 ones. And now that's more helpful for me to halve this number. So I know that half of 8 is 4 and half of 40 is 20. So the new price of the jumper is those two numbers added together. 24. Half of 48 is 24. I'd like you to pause the video and draw the two part-whole models in your book and see if you can partition the number 64 and the number 56 and then halve each number. Pause the video to do that and press play to go through the answers. Welcome back. Did you have a go at partitioning those numbers? Let's have a look. The trainers were £64 and we've partitioned that into tens and ones, so 60 and 4. And this makes it easier for us now to halve the number. Half of 4 is 2 and half of 60 is 30. So now half of 6 is 3, so half of 60 is 30. So then I just need to add these two numbers together to work out the new sale price of the trainers. 30 add 2 is £32. What about the jumper? So we had to partition the number first using the part-whole model. So we had 5 tens and 6 ones, and now we can halve each digit. So half of 6 is 3, and half of 50 is 25. So now we need to add those two numbers together to get the sale price of the jumper. 25 add 3 equals £28. What a great saving on these three items. So I've tried to model to you here how the part-whole model can help you with halving bigger numbers. Let's see if you can have a go yourself. So you'll see on the screen the 3 chili challenge and 3 items that are in the half price sale. We've got a jacket, some Wellington boots and a suit. You need to partition the numbers using the part-whole model in your maths book and then halve them to find out the new price in the half price sale. See how many you can have a go at in a few minutes. Pause the video to work through and press play to go through the answers. Off you go. Welcome back, Year 4. Have you had a go at partitioning these numbers and finding the new price sale? Let's go through it together. You can tick them off as we go. So you should have partitioned 24 into 20 and 4. That made it easier to halve the numbers. Half of 20 is 10. Half of 4 is 2. 2 add 10 is 12. So the price of the jacket was £12. Half of 24 is 12. Let's have a look at 18 for the spicy challenge. So you needed to partition it into 10 ones one 10 and 8 ones. It's partition 18. And then it was easier for us to halve these. Half of 8 is 4. Half of 10 is 5. 5 add 4 is 9. So half of 18 is £9. So the Wellington boots would cost £9 in the half price sale. Let's have a look at the suit. £53. 3 ones, 5 tens. Makes it easier for us to half. So what's half of £3? Think about that. If you'd got 3 cakes, let's say, or 3 pizzas, and you would split it down the middle to make half, what would be the amount on each side? That's right, 1.5. 1.5 add 1.5 is 3. And we say 1.5 in money by saying £1.50. £1.50 add £1.50 is £3. And half of 50 is 25. So we need to add these together. 25 add £1.50. You do that brain only. Equals £26.50. So that was the sale price of the suit. Well done. If you got some of those right. If you didn't, maybe you could write the correct answer now. We'll be going through this again next week. So this was a really good practice. Let's move on to our Skills Sharp activity. We're recapping on something that we looked at the other day. What happens to numbers when we times and divide them by 1 and 0? Let's have a little look together. What happens to a number when we divide it by itself? So for example, 3 divided by 3. How many 3's go into 3? Just 1. So when we divide a number by itself, the answer is always 1. Because only one of that number can fit into it. What happens to a number when we divide it by 1? 3 divided by 1 equals. So how many 1's fit into 3? 1, 2, 3. So when we divide a number by 1, the answer is always the original number. And what happens when you divide 0 by any number? 0 divided by 3. Of course, the answer is 0, because we can't divide 0 by anything. So the answer is always 0. I wonder if you can have a go at these calculations in your book, remembering these 3 rules. When you divide a number by itself, the answer is always 1. When you divide a number by 1, the answer is always the original number. And when you divide 0 by a number, the answer is always 0. Pause the clip, see if you can have a go at these, and press play when you're ready to go through. Okay, let's have a look at these answers. So 9 divided by something equals 1. We know that when we divide a number by itself, the answer is 1. So 9 divided by 9 equals 1. Something divided by 1 equals 14. Remember what we said here? If we divide a number by 1, the answer is always the original number. So 14 divided by 1 equals 14. 0 divided by 7 equals 0. Always 0 is the answer if we're dividing 0 by another number. 34 divided by 34 equals 1. 81 divided by 1 equals 81. And 0 divided by 16 equals 0. Well done if you gave those a good shot this morning. You're working really hard. Okay, let's get on to the main part of the lesson. This week we're looking at area. What is the area of this shape? Now remember that the area is the space inside. And to find the area when we've got squares, we can just count the squares together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The area of this shape is 7 squares. What about this shape? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The area of this shape is 6 squares. So which shape has the largest area? This one, because 7 is bigger than 6. So I would use that symbol. This shape's area is greater than this shape's area. Which shape has got the smaller area out of these two? I could count up all the squares, but it would take me ages. Can you think of a quicker way to do it? What I could do is count the squares going along the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then count them going down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then times these two numbers together. 6 times 4 equals 24. So there are 24 squares in this shape. And I can do the same with the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 5 equals 25. The area of this shape is 25 squares. So which has the smaller area? This shape, because 24 is smaller than 25. So this shape has a smaller area than this shape. Does that make sense? Let's have a look at this challenge together. Order the shapes from largest to smallest. First, we need to work out the area of each one and write it on top. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The area of A is 8 squares. B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The area of B is 7 squares. What about C? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The area of C is 9 squares. So which is the largest shape? C. Which is the next? A with 8. And the smallest one is B. And that's how I'd order it in my book. C, A, B. When you're doing these challenges in your book today, you can work on the sheet to make any little dots or lines to count up the squares. But when you actually get onto your working out, you must do your working out in your book using the squares to help you. Some of the questions might ask you to draw a table. In that case, use your pencil and ruler to draw the table. Some of them might ask you to draw the shape out. Or you might do things like shape 1 is greater than shape 2. You might want to write in shorthand to make it easier for you. As long as you're recording your answers in your book neatly, we'll be able to mark it when you hand it in. I hope that's helped you to compare different areas. Give it your best shot this morning, and if you need help, don't forget you can drop me an email at the Year 4 email address. Have a great lesson and see you next week for more maths fun. Bye for now.